It is known as La Meca de Fútbol Puertorriqueño, Fútbol Boricua. It is the Juan Ramon Lubriel Stadium in Bayamon in Puerto Rico. It is the second round of Concacaf World Cup qualifying on the beautiful island nation of Puerto Rico, where the Boricuas, Las Boricuas of Puerto Rico, will be looking to pick up their first goal and first points of this Concacaf World Cup qualifying, as Puerto Rico coming off that 0-0 draw in San Salvador against El Salvador to pick up a point, but no goals yet. And Anguilla coming off the 4-0 loss versus Suriname. Anguilla making history just to get to the second round. We'll talk about that in just a second, but it is a festive atmosphere in this venerated building. As I mentioned before, it is known as La Meca, the Mecca of Puerto Rican football. And the faithful and the supporters of the Huracán Azul, the Blue Hurricane, as they are known, the football team's known, the nickname. We'll be looking to see if their team can pick up 3 points here and keep pace in World Cup qualifying in the second round here in Group F. In a group with Suriname, El Salvador, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. And Suriname off to a tremendous start after beating Anguilla 4-1, or 4-0, excuse me. They have been fantastic so far. Puerto Rico will look to keep pace with the victory, which will level them on points with El Salvador. Now let's take a listen to the national anthems of Puerto Rico and Anguilla.
Para allá para Flillo, dale, dale.
No hay nada. No hay nada.
La Borinqueña, the national anthem of Puerto Rico. And Anguilla, the national anthem, God Save the King, although the national song is God Bless Anguilla, and we are about to begin here in Bayamon. It's match day 2 of 2026 Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers, the second round Group F matchup. We'll see how both of these teams respond after failing to score a goal in their opening match of round number 2 of World Cup qualifying. Anguilla making history by defeating Turks and Caicos in the first round of qualifying on penalties to advance to the second round of Concacaf World Cup qualifying. That is the first time that Anguilla has made it to this stage of qualifying. For Puerto Rico, they have made 2 changes from the side that drew 0-0 in San Salvador, with Beto Idrach in the middle, replacing Juan O'Neill, who moves to the bench, and Colby Quiñones is in the middle of the defense at the center back position, in for Zarek Valentin, unavailable for this encounter. We'll talk about a little bit of controversy surrounding Valentin. We'll talk about that when the match begins. Nicolas Cardona on the left, and the captain of Anguilla, Alexander Fleming, on the right. The officiating crew led by the Jamaican Oshane Niashan, assisted by Caleb Wells of Trinidad, the Trini, and then fellow Jamaicans O.J. Duhaney and Christopher Mason. Meanwhile, for Anguilla, they have made 4 changes from the side that lost to Suriname in the Valley, with Danielle Bailey in goal, replacing Jelani Lawrence. Delani Francis in for Kieran Lake Bryan, the twin of Kyle, who is in the 11. Mackay Connor in for Arden Scipio, and Varian Carty replaces Jermaine Hughes in the midfield for Keith Jeffrey's side. Puerto Rico known as Boricuas. National football team, the Huracán Azul, the Blue Hurricane. Anguilla doesn't have a nickname, but when you look on their logo, you see some dolphins. So I'm gonna say they're the Dolphins. And as a lover and supporter of the Miami NFL franchise, it just makes sense to me, as we are about to begin here in Bayamon, the Mecca Football Boricua, the Estadio Juan Ramón Lubriel. And we are about to begin here, and hopefully we don't get any wardrobe malfunctions, as was the case a couple nights ago with Conejo Malo. Final checks here from the officiating crew. Remember, no VAR will be used for this round of World Cup qualifying, as both of these nations and football teams will be looking to get one step closer Anguilla with those orange and blue kits. Some final checks. The crowd excited. You can hear them say, Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. They would love to see their team win here in Bayamon. Let's see Roberto Beto Idrach, how much of an impact he will make, as in the middle of the pitch. He did come on as a second half substitute against El Salvador. Shane Nation, the Jamaican referee. Some final instructions there. Don't know what the holdup is, but everybody is ready to go. Resetting the watch. All right, sir, let's get it on here. We want to see some football here. And finally, we are underway at the Estadio Juan Ramón Lubriel. Puerto Rico against Anguilla. Match day 2, Group F, 2026 Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers. Puerto Rico, they are the home side in the white kits with the blue numbers and names, attacking from right to left. Anguilla, the Dolphins, as I'm calling them, in the orange kits, orange tops with the blue shorts, moving from left to right. Puerto Rico in white and blue from right to left, Anguilla in orange and blue from left to right. I'm George DeMatteis. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here for World Cup qualifying football in Concacaf in Bayamon. And now an opportunity going for Isaac Anking, turning and leaving it for Leandro Antonetti, and it sails over the crossbar. Good first chance here for Puerto Rico. In Bayamon is Antonetti. The number 11, the striker, plying his trade in Spain with Lugo, Club Deportivo Lugo. The west coast of Spain, in Galicia. You have to say it like that. That's how they say it in Spain, Spanish, Galicia. And now a chance, there's a foul going down, and it's going to be a free kick opportunity here for Los Boricuas. Going down there was Jeremy De Leon. Ball played through there and tried to recover there, and there's a jersey pulling and colliding into Keon Duncan in the back. So Puerto Rico with an opportunity here in the 3rd minute. This is a service sent inside. The header going wide. Good opportunity in the air. It's a well-delivered ball in, and Antonetti, just 21 years of age, elevating and doing very well. Now Puerto Rico with some pressure as Mackay Connor being pressed, getting it and looking to connect down that right side. There's Delani Francis. Pass a little too long, and now settled there for Nicolas Cardona, the captain. Isaac Anking. And the captain looking up. Tries to filter it through there for Wilfredo Rivera. And then Cardona wins the ball back. Now an opportunity down the left side. It's Sidney Paris. Or Sidney Paris. This is Giovanni Calderon. On the right side to De Leon. Filtered through, looking to connect with Antonetti. And every ball that gets closer to the penalty area, you get a rise out of the crowd here in Bayamon. Now the service attempt to try and cross to the other side there. Kept out by the number 9 of Anguilla, Lamar Carpenter. And Puerto Rico controlling the possession. Good ball by Cardona, trying to connect with Sidney Paris. And now some good footwork there by by Delani Francis. Gets it back to Keon Duncan. And a chance for Anguilla going forward. Anguilla needed to go to penalty kicks in the 1st round of World Cup qualifying to take down Turks and Caicos. And the other team to advance from the 1st round of World Cup qualifying, the British Virgin Islands, defeating the U.S. Virgin Islands. Don't know why they just don't come together and become Virgin Islands in total, but that's a different conversation. And now a chance for the Blue Hurricane of El Huracán Azul, Puerto Rico. Isaac Anking with a touch. Dropping it back to the captain, Nicolas Cardona. Anking in that midfield role, the 4-3-3 of Puerto Rico. Pause a little too long there for Colby Quiñones. Quiñones in for Zarek Valentin. And a little bit of controversy with the federation, the Puerto Rican Football Federation, the FA, if you will, Football Association, when it comes to compensation And so after the match against El Salvador, he was released to go back to his club team with Minnesota United, of course, in the MLS. And another foul, and things may be starting to get a little physical here. So Quiñones replacing Zarek Valentin in the 11 for the Boricuas. And there is the captain, Nicolás Cardona, excuse me. Applies his trade in the USL with Miami FC. By the way, not a long trip here for Anguilla to get to Puerto Rico. Anguilla's basically due east of Puerto Rico in the Caribbean. Now controlled possession here by Puerto Rico. Going forward is Quiñones, now playing it out wide to Gerald Diaz. Twisting and turning, that gets a rise out of the crowd. Diaz still with it. And he's got Jordan Beans on skates on that far side, and he wins the set piece. Excuse me, it was Kane Connor. Dancing, twisting, and turning. Look at the footwork there. And Kane Connor commits the foul. Another chance here for Puerto Rico. Is played on the ground quickly down the right side. And twisting, dancing, service into the area. The line goal! Oh no, it's not going to count. Looks like they're whistling a handball against Isaac Anking. I believe so. Anguilla plays it quickly, but then gives the ball away. They certainly do. Here's Puerto Rico with a chance inside, trying to connect with Rivera. Then the follow-up by Anking. Landing in San Juan as Puerto Rico putting some early pressure on the defense of Anguilla. Controlled in the midfield there by Beto Idrach. There's the captain, Nicolás Cardona. Or Cardona. I keep putting the emphasis on the wrong syllables. Cardona. Quiñones, plenty of space going forward as Anguilla sitting back defensively, allowing Puerto Rico to have the possession. Anking out wide on the left to Paris. Cardona, back to Giovanni Calderon, no relation to Tego. Drop back to Quiñones. Here's the playmaker, De Leon. All 10 outfield players in the attacking half for Puerto Rico. Cardona, Sidney Paris, forced into the middle here. And drop back to Idrach. Now lifting it down the right side, saw the run of Gerald Diaz. And Puerto Rico continue to put the pressure on this Anguilla defense. There's a touch, but recovered easily. And a foul whistled in favor of Anguilla. So the manager of Anguilla trying, let's see, was there a handball there? Believe so. Isaac Anking is the one that looks like it went off of his left arm there. Well, the officials spotted it and missed opportunity for Puerto Rico. But if there is a silver lining, something to take away that's positive, the fact that they were able to generate that goal-scoring opportunity. After 10 minutes, it's 0-0, but Puerto Rico have been in charge. This is a through ball, almost connecting there with the run of Wilfredo Rivera. A danger in the back there is Daniel Bailey, the goalkeeper for Anguilla has to clear it away. It has been one-way traffic here in Bayamon. Puerto Rico looking for their first goal of 2026 World Cup qualifying. 6 groups in the second round of World Cup qualifying. 6 groups. Top 2 teams in each group will advance to the third round. This one played through, almost connecting with Antonetti. Settled down there by De Leon. Touch a little too heavy. Anguilla will get a chance to go forward in the attack. Gerald Diaz getting involved as well. 6 groups in the second round of World Cup qualifying in Concacaf. Top 2 teams will advance to the third round. So 12 teams. And it will not be, each group has 5 teams, so it will not be 8 games, it's just 4. So each team will not play each other home and away. Got to shorten the process there, squeeze in as many games, or make sure you get all the teams in for the 2026 expanded World Cup. From 36 to 48 teams in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. There's a possibility Concacaf could get 8 teams in to the great tournament. You know, the 3 host nations. The 12 teams that advance to the third round will play in 3 groups of 4. And the top teams, the group winners, will advance directly to the World Cup. So that's 3 more, that's 6. And then the best 2 second place teams will play in an inter-confederation playoff. If they win those, there's the 8. 3 plus 3 plus 2 equals 8. Dade County Public School education coming through. Here is ball played through the midfield. Anguilla struggling to maintain possession. And Puerto Rico, not much opposition or resistance, I should say, through the midfield as Anguilla sitting back defensively. Now starting to press higher up the pitch a little bit as Nicolas Cardona to Giovanni Calderon. Now lifted over the top beautifully down the right side in the space there. Jeremy De Leon. And back to the left. Faced up by Kane Connor. Drops it back for Idrach. And Sidney Paris. I'm going to say it in English, Sidney Paris. In the area. Just can get a good clean touch to create a goal-scoring chance. Now, this is Wilfredo Rivera. Through ball from Diaz to De Leon. De Leon cleared out by Alexander Fleming, the captain of Anguilla. Inside. There's Fleming again. Doing some hard work there defensively to prevent a shot on target, but Puerto Rico are getting very close here in Bayamon. And young Alexander Fleming appears to be okay. Captaining the team, he's just 19 years of age. And he has been given the captain's armband from head coach Keith Jeffrey. And Anguilla just needs some bit of possession here. Ooh, looks like he might have landed awkwardly on that right leg. 15 minutes in here, and Bayamon, and it's still 0-0, but Puerto Rico have been dominating the possession. Had a goal disallowed for a handball on Isaac Anking. And lifted over the top there by Anking, looking for Paris, but chased down by Keon Duncan. Getting some help from Delani Francis. Well done by Anking to win it. Now a chance, Antonetti back to Anking, and he missed it wide. But still some excellent football between Leandro Antonetti and Isaac Anking. Almost creating the first goal of the match. Now the ball gets away from Kyle Lake Bryan. And then the angle just too tight there with some pressure coming from Keon Duncan, but still well worked there between Anking and Leandro Antonetti. Isaac Anking playing his trade with Rhode Island FC in the USL. He'll be easy to spot with the headband in the curly fro. Winning the ball again, but then sliding to clear it out there was Duncan. Right to the boots of Quiñones. Quiñones overlapping. Gets it back from De Leon. Now the service inside. The touch. Antonetti. Antonetti. Oh, the tijera de chilena attempt is missed, and then Anking, unfortunately, in the way of the shot from Gerald Diaz. Unfortunate for the Boricua. Those Boricuas. Gerald Diaz is there, and then Anking is in the way, and he was on too. He was onside. Keon Duncan keeping him on, the number 6 for Anguilla, and missed opportunity there for Puerto Rico. This one is played through. Now the sprint is on as Lamar Carpenter forcing Joel Serrano. No relation to boxing world champion Amanda Serrano. And now Puerto Rico going forward. I think if you translate, Puerto Rico means rich port, right? An English, literal English translation. Here's Paris Paris. Inside looking, but faced up by Keon Duncan. And Stevie Paris again. Service inside, elevating for the header, but it goes wide. And Jeremy De Leon. The number 10 for Puerto Rico, 20 years of age. And currently, well, in a very good situation when it comes to his club career. Part of the Real Madrid Castilla setup, the youth team for the reigning European champions. Real Madrid Club de Fútbol just recently won the Champions League. A mistake in the back there leads to some space for Rivera. Rivera going forward, Rivera stops, then goes back, cuts forward inside, tries to squeeze it to Antonetti amongst a tree, a forest of Anguillan defender legs, and reset here for El Huracán Azul, the Blue Hurricane. Cardona for Gerald Diaz. Rivera. Tried to filter it through there to connect with Anking, and ball played out. Some tight defending deep in their defensive third by Anguilla to try and, or to prevent shot on target, as Daniel Bailey, the goalkeeper for the squad I'm calling the Dolphins. Hasn't had to make a save yet, but he has definitely had to be awake and alert. And look how deep and how far up Puerto Rico are pushing every available man in the outfield going forward there. That's how deep Anguilla are sitting as well. This is a chance inside with Diaz driving at the defense. Now a chance for Anguilla on the counterattack. Quick one touch, looking for Lamar Carpenter, but cut out very well there by Giovanni Calderon. Oh, great football here. De Leon going down in the area. Penalty! Penal, penal, penal por Puerto Rico. It took a while for the Jamaican referee O'Shane Nation to whistle for the spot shot opportunity. Oh, what a great pass. That is a fantastic pass by Gerald Diaz through the legs of Alexander Fleming to connect with the Real Madrid Castilla man, and now it is the number 10, Jeremy De Leon, 20 years of age, who has yet to score for the national team. De Leon hesitates and then rolls it past Daniel Bailey. Goal, Puerto Rico! Jeremy De Leon from the spot in the 22nd minute. He wins the penalty, is slick with the spot shot, and Bayamon is bouncing with the Boricuas. Yeah, strike a pose, fellas. 1-0 for Puerto Rico. And De Leon hesitates. Oh, and then Bailey just frozen right there. Bailey beating Bayamon. Well, for a long time in Real Madrid, Cristiano Ronaldo's burying penalties. And Sergio Ramos as well, if I remember correctly. So if you watch tape of those two, I think he's going to be successful from the spot. 1-0 for Puerto Rico. Jeremy De Leon, first goal for the Boricuas in World Cup qualifying, and the first goal of his national team, senior national team career. Huge moment for him. Looking for more. It's Paris. Cardona, the captain. Touch for Wilfredo Rivera. Getting inside, left-footed shots. That one actually, did he go out of the stadium? I believe it did. Onto the highway there. Cinco Norte, saw the highway sign out there. Still, good first start, or good half here. Good first 24 minutes of football here in Puerto Rico for the home side in white and blue. And of course, when you consider goal differential is going to be a tiebreaker, they need to put up as many goals as possible. Right now, Suriname in first place after victories over St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Anguilla. And now again, De Leon, great burst down the right side. De Leon getting into the area. De Leon stays on his feet, he goes down. That one is not going to be a penalty, but still very promising what the Real Madrid Castilla man did there. Those dueling youth academies in Spain. This one over the top, Sidney Paris. Missing with his attempt to connect with Leandro Antonetti. Real Madrid Castilla, and of course La Masia of Barcelona. And this De Leon kid, first time that I'm watching him play, he is very good. An excellent footballer. He's got pace, good control on the ball, composure. Future is bright for Puerto Rico's number 10. Let's see if he can get into the first team with all the talent they have at Real Madrid. Give the Boricuan brother a chance. Ancelotti and Florentino Perez and the whole crew. Now patience here. And as I say that, they boot along is Sidney Paris down the left side. Manages to keep it in. Gets it to Anking Antonetti. Almost there with the touch, but kept out by Jalen Smines. And one in the midfield, almost, by Jordan Deans, the number 19 for Anguilla. See, the touch is too heavy, and then he grabs the shirt there of Wilfredo Rivera. That is like the perfect Spanish Caribbean name. Wilfredo Rivera. Played short for the aforementioned Rivera from Gerald Diaz. Rivera now cutting inside. Two moves there, but the touch is just a little too heavy so that he couldn't get that turn toward goal, but controlled there. Antonetti. Antonetti keeping it in. Antonetti leaving it, the chance! And it goes wide. Cardona made his way into the penalty area. Magnificent tight roping down the goal line there by Leandro Antonetti. And they smile about it. It will be a corner kick here in Bayamon. Let's see how well Anguilla can mark here to prevent a second goal. De Leon, the goal scorer from the spot. Left-footed, in-swinger. Ooh, dangerous there. Bailey missed the punch out there. Luckily, Jalen Smines was there to clear it out. Puerto Rico recover the possession. They need two people to keep De Leon from getting into the penalty areas. Kane Connor. De Leon sliding tackle, wins the ball in the area. De Leon, save Bailey! And it trickles out for a corner. Fantastic pressure being applied by the attack of Puerto Rico. Clean sliding tackle there by Jeremy De Leon to deny his opposite number, Kane Connor. Service from Rivera, left-footed inside, defensive header cleared out there by Lamar Carpenter. Booted up the pitch there, looking for Jordan Deans. Deans is going to keep it in, almost. Good effort there from Jordan Deans. Quickly back into play for Gerald Diaz. And Sidney Paris, back to Cardona. Sidney Paris, 22-year-old left back, currently playing with the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest University. Lifted over the top, just over the head of everyone there. Cardona with the right idea, seeing the run of Gerald Diaz, but passed too long. Number of players in the call up here for these two matches of qualifying for Puerto Rico, playing in American or U.S. universities. I mentioned Sidney Paris, who plays for Wake Forest. Sidney Paris, as they would say in Winston-Salem. Demon Deacons. De Leon with some trickery with the footwork there. One time to Diaz over the top looking for Antonetti. And well defended there by Delany Francis. DePaul represented. You have Dayton University as well. So backup goalkeepers, UNC Charlotte. So some good. Giovanni Calderon, Cal State Fullerton. So U.S. universities well represented on the Puerto Rico national team squad. Also USL championship as well. And then Antonetti and De Leon, a couple of Spanish-based players, Spain-based players, I should say. To be more precise, Rivera. I knew I was going to say Wilfredo Vargas in my head, man. I knew that was going to pop up. And he's not even Puerto Rican. I think he's Dominican. Anyway, past the half-hour mark here in Bayamon. It is 1-0 for Puerto Rico. 22nd minute spot shot goal from Jeremy De Leon, the Real Madrid Castilla man who won the penalty. And then calmly rolled it past Daniel Bailey in goal for Anguilla. Now a chance for the captain Cardona. Capitan Cardona for Giovanni Calderon. As I mentioned, no relation to Tego. Dang, I miss Tego Calderon. Anyway, here's Rivera lifting it over the top, trying to connect there with the run of De Leon. A lot of good things happening on that right side of the attack for Puerto Rico between De Leon, Gerald Diaz, and now Wilfredo Rivera moving to that right side as well. Here is Delani Francis. Oh, he pulls down the shirt of Anking. That's an easy foul here, and it's going to be a set-piece opportunity for Puerto Rico. And the issue for, oh, played quickly, Gerald Diaz for Idrach. Let's see there, the touch is too heavy there by Francis, and pulls down Anking, and a quick restart didn't lead to anything serious there for Puerto Rico. Here's Anking again. Once again, patient approach. You see no pressure on the ball for Anguilla, just sitting back defensively. After giving up 4 against Suriname, I'm sure they wanted to emphasize the defense. Headed down across the face for Antonetti. Goal! It is Beto Idrach getting the header from Antonetti for Puerto Rico's second goal. 2-0 in favor of los Boricuas. Beto Idrach with his first goal in a Puerto Rico shirts. The Tampa Bay United man doubles the lead for Huracán Azul. Once again, way too much space given here. Cardona lifting it for Antonetti. A pretty easy finish there for Idrach, who's making a great run. Idrach starts his run when Cardona plays it to Antonetti. He doesn't wait for Antonetti to head it. He starts his runs early, and when Antonetti heads it down, he is in position, well timed, was not offside. 2-0 for Puerto Rico. Oh, Anking is expecting De Leon to continue that movement there. Takes a deflection back to Rivera. Rivera splitting a couple of defenders. Rivera still with possession in the penalty area. Rivera went down, thought it was a foul there. Trying to win the penalty, that was not the case, says Delani Francis, playing it long down the right side, looking for Varian Carty. A little bit of pressure here from Anguilla, and now Lamar Carpenter with it. Carpenter head up looking, trying to get into the penalty area, needing some help. He gets it with Carty. Carty want a handball. And it appears that there's going to be a foul in favor of Anguilla. Oh no, I think they're whistling a penalty here. I believe this is a penalty. Is there a handball in the area? Let's take a look here. Yes, off of Idrach, who just scored a goal. And a big break for Anguilla here. Penalty in favor of the team that I am nicknaming the Dolphins. If you look on their logo, you will see 3 Dolphins. This is a huge moment here. It is going to be Jordan Deans, the number 19 for Anguilla, to step into this one. Joel Serrano, or Joel Serrano. It's Deans. Serrano! Serrano says, no. Huge save from the Puerto Rico goalkeeper in the 36th minute. Well done by Serrano to make the save. Could have been better taken there from Jordan Deans. And then hard work to create that opportunity. Oh, Puerto Rico is, oh, just missing it was De Leon at the far post. And how about Serrano, who has been pretty much inactive in this first half, hasn't had to do much. And his first real call to action comes up with a massive penalty save. And the impressive part of it is he did not give up a rebound also. Well done by Joel Serrano. Plays for Academia Quintana. And well done there by Paris. Antonetti to Rivera. Rivera going forward. It's Wilfredo. Ooh, the pass cut out there, but recovered. Back to Antonetti, Antonetti with the chance going wide after he got it back from Gerald Diaz. And Puerto Rico almost turning a counterattack into a goal here in Bayamon. They have certainly ignited, excited, and delighted the crowd here. The penalty save and then the 2 goals. And Beto Idrach bailed out by his goalkeeper. And Daniel Bailey, one of the 4 changes for Anguilla after their loss to Suriname at home at the Valley. Comes in for Jelani Lawrence. And now Delani Francis screaming some instructions. Also, it sounds like Keith Jeffrey, the coach, the manager of Anguilla as well. This one is launched into the area. Defensive header there by Calderon. And now a chance on the break. The counterattack is on for Jeremy De Leon, who opened the scoring from the spot in the 22nd minute. He's able to glide around Jalen Smines. Holds up, waits for some of his teammates. And then the move around, yep, that's definitely going to be a foul. No, oh, I thought it was going to be a foul. It was not. And now a chance. It's 1-on-3 in favor of Puerto Rico. Defenders tracking back defensively to prevent Lamar Carpenter. On the boot, a little high. Oh no, the flag is up for offside, but play is finally ended as Wilfredo Rivera was offside. But the flag was up before the foul. Rivera, who plies his trade with the reserve side of Orlando City in Major League Soccer. Orlando City, no Mickey Mouse team, that's for sure. Here is Mackay Connor to Carpenter. Drop back for Varian Carty. Carty still going forward, able to get into some space. Carty now driving at the defense. A little bit of a good spell of possession here for Anguilla as Kyle Lake Bryan. Back to Carty, service into the area, and there is Serrano to cerrar la puerta, close the door there for Puerto Rico and their defense. Now cutting inside is De Leon. De Leon has been able to do whatever he wants to do on that right side of the attack for Las Boricuas. There's less than 5 minutes remaining here in this first half between Puerto Rico and Anguilla. Puerto Rico had a goal. This allowed for handball. Jeremy De Leon, the Real Madrid Castilla man, wins the penalty, buries the spot shot in the 22nd minute, and then 10 minutes later, Roberto Idrach knees the ball over the line after a great header down into his path from Leandro Antonetti. And then 5 minutes later, Idrach handball in the penalty area. And Anguilla's Jordan Deans sees his penalty kept out by Joel Serrano. This was Antonetti into the middle, oh, across the 6. Just behind Rivera, and Sidney Paris just half a second late to get to the ball. It's cleared our way. And Anguilla dodge another Boricua bullet in terms of a goal-scoring opportunity. Here's a chance for Anguilla. This is the right idea for Varian Carty, the number 8 of Anguilla. Was just behind Gerald Diaz. Diaz had the net at his mercy, goal mouth wide open there. And the pass behind him, well, actually, maybe he was a little too overzealous, overran the pass. I think it was the right touch and great pass by Antonetti. It was overrun by Gerald Diaz. Gerald Diaz plays for Academia Quintana. This one is through, almost gets to De Leon. And eventually, Jordan Deans boots it up the pitch. Now down the right side, Kyle Lake Bryan, who started in the last match with his twin brother, Kieran Lake Bryan. And Rivera going down and pushed in the back there. No question there as Carty, the one bringing him down. I believe he's shown the yellow card as well there as the Jamaican referee O'Shane Nation writing something down. So I think Varian Carty sees the first yellow card of the match here in the 43rd minute. The yellow card for Varian Carty, the number 8 of Anguilla. So the first yellow card of the match issued to the island neighbors of Puerto Rico. To get to Puerto Rico from Anguilla, it's basically due west, excuse me. And no more than a 2-hour flight, very close to each other, the distance. Like 200 miles, Anguilla is 200 miles east of Puerto Rico. So 1 hour plane from Anguilla to Puerto Rico. Either way, you're about to see some beautiful scenery, either in Puerto Rico or Anguilla. People say that Anguilla is kind of the hidden gem of beauty in the Caribbean. And Cardona. If Anguilla needs a commentator for sports, I volunteer. 45th minute. Puerto Rico have been dominating the possession. In every aspect of this first half, they have been dominant. Cardona saw that Gerald Diaz had found a little pocket of space, tried to get it to him there, but over the head and easily into the gloves of Danielle Bailey, the goalkeeper for Anguilla. So we are into first half stoppage time, and just 1 minute added on by the fourth official, Christopher Mason. Well, the people here in Bayamon have been treated to a fantastic football display from Puerto Rico. And now it's Rivera into space and sends this one. Oh, I thought for a second Antonetti had kept it in, but nope, it went over the line. So we will see what happens here in terms of adjustments for Anguilla and their manager, Keith Jeffrey, as the Dolphins will look to bounce back from a 2-0 deficit. And how Puerto Rico in the second half, how will they respond in terms of finishing the match? 2-0 is never a safe lead in the world of football. After 45 minutes, El Huracán Azul, the Boricuas with the 2-0 advantage. De Leon and Idrach, the goal scorers for Puerto Rico heading into the halftime break. Well, certainly it will be on Anguilla to make the adjustments necessary to get a goal to pull them back into this match. They had the chance from the spot in the 36th minute, but their attempt was kept out by Joel Serrano, the goalkeeper for Puerto Rico. They're gonna need to have more possession, and they're gonna have to, if they're gonna drop back defensively, they're gonna have to be tighter with their marking and their movement as well. But a dominant first half from Puerto Rico. An important matchup in Group F of Concacaf World Cup qualifiers. Puerto Rico, if they can hold on to this lead, add a couple more goals, they'll move to 4 points and will be second in the group, level on points with El Salvador. And as it stands right now, they will have a +2 goal differential, same as El Salvador, but El Salvador will have second place in the group because of the next tiebreaker, which is goals scored. So Puerto Rico really do need to pour on the goals in the second half in order to move clear of El Salvador into second place. gentlemen, as we are minutes away from the start of the second half, here in Bayamon, in the great nation of Puerto Rico, where the Boricuas have been dominant in the first half and have a 2-0 advantage over Anguilla. Looking forward to seeing what happens in the second half. Will we have a change in the mentality and the tactics of Anguilla? And I mentioned that because they're down 2-0 and they were on the back heel for the entire first half, except for that one burst going forward that led to the penalty. But then after that, it was Puerto Rico. It was like a little glitch there in the attack, or at least in the formation for Puerto Rico. But no goals given up by Joel Serrano. And it is 2-0 for Puerto Rico. Very important that they need, or that they win this match, but also score some goals in order to eclipse and pass El Salvador for second place in the group on goal differential, because they will be level on points. El Salvador got the 0-0 draw versus Puerto Rico and then won in Paramaribo, excuse me, in Suriname, where they took on St. Vincent and the Grenadines a couple of days ago. So Cuscalecos find themselves in an excellent position, and secretly they're rooting for Anguilla. A youthful front line in the attack there between Antonetti, De Leon, Rivera, Anking. Very bright future for Puerto Rican football. Final checks from the referee. Just waiting for the last little bit of activity here from the match officials. Had a little bit of a delay to start this match when it came to the opening whistle. We're having a little bit of delay for start of the second half here. And second half underway in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. They are in the white kits with the blue numbers and names. Moving from left to right, Anguilla. In the orange shirts, blue shorts, from right to left. Puerto Rico in blue and white, or white and blue, I should say, from left to right, and Anguilla, orange and blue, from right to left. I'm George DeMatteis. Thank you very much for joining us for 2026 Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers in the land of the Killer Bees. In Puerto Rico, the Killer Bees being boxing, baseball, and Bad Bunny. And the Boricuas. Speaking of Boricuas, this kid here, Jeremy De Leon, he put on a show in the first half. Just completely disintegrating whoever was in front of him in the defense for Anguilla. Left-footed, in-swinger, and cleared out there. Beat out by Jordan Deans. So no changes to speak of at halftime. The officiating crew is led by the Jamaican Ocean Nation, assisted by the Trinidadian Caleb Wells, and then the second assistant, O.J. Duhaney. And the fourth official is also Jamaican, Christopher Mason. No VAR used in the second round of Concacaf World Cup qualifying. The 11 for Anguilla. Well, we'll talk about that in just a second. Anking, whoa, went down there. He wants a penalty. He's not going to get it. Now it's a foot race here by Giovanni Calderon, fighting off Lamar Carpenter. So the 11 on the pitch for El Huracán Azul, the Boricuas of Puerto Rico. Joel Serrano making a huge penalty save in the 63rd minute. He's the goalkeeper. From right to left on the back line, you have Colby Quiñones, the number 3. The captain is Nicolás Cardona, Giovanni Calderon, and Sidney Paris. Midfield trio of Isaac Anking, the number 8. Beto Idrach, who scored the second goal for Puerto Rico in the 32nd minute, wearing the number 16 on his back. Gerald Diaz, the number 13. And then in the attack, it is Wilfredo Rivera on the ball, the number 7. Jeremy De Leon, the number 10. Here's the shot! Oh, golazo! Bombazo Boricua! Wilfredo Rivera! Oh, that goal was as beautiful goal as you will get, as you will see. Wilfredo Rivera. A sensational strike as sizzling as J-Lo's moves. Makes it 3-0 for the Boricua. Oh, my goodness. Wilfredo Rivera. Yeah, Danielle Bailey can just watch. Boricua bombazo golazo there by Wilfredo Rivera in the 48th minute to give Puerto Rico the 3-0 advantage. The Orlando City man, that wasn't no Mickey Mouse of a goal, that's for sure. Wilfredo Rivera, his 5th goal for Puerto Rico in his 17th appearance for the national team. Whew. Man, that was, as the great Bernie Mac would say, real noise. 50th minute here, and Puerto Rico looking to add on to the lead here. Well, I mentioned right before the end of the first half, 2-0 is a very dangerous scoreline. Teams come back from 2-0 all the time. 3-0, not so much. Anguilla definitely gonna have to tighten things up defensively here, as they are not going to win the possession battle. Here's Isaac Anking to Quiñones, to De Leon. De Leon still with it. De Leon with the chance. Jeremy De Leon roars like a lion. And the Boricuas got themselves a playmaker in the number 10. 4-0, 4-0 for Puerto Rico. Like he is stopped right there, but he manages to get through. And you can see Jalen Smides and Jordan Deans looking at each other like, how did that happen? What just happened here? Porous defending, to say the least. And De Leon, and he is just eating up that defense like it's a mofongo or something like that. Man, he has been awesome. It was Jalen Smides and Jordan Deans looking like practice cones right there. Unfortunate for Anguilla in Puerto Rico. How lethal are they going to be here? And then trying to finish this match like Miguel Cotto used to do back in the day. I'm sure some of the fans here can breathe a little bit easier now that Puerto Rico have doubled the lead in 4 minutes here in Bayamon. Sit back, relax, have some coquito as well. I might do that after the match. That sounds good. Twisting and turning there, just looking for anyone there was Hidrach. Hidrach dropping back alongside Calderon. That allows Cardona to go forward, the captain. Here is Giovanni Calderon. And the pass is intercepted there by Jalen Smides, and done in the back there by Calderon. Giovanni Calderon, Cal State Fullerton, and Ventura County Fusion as well in USL League 2. Now, I tried my best, ladies and gentlemen, to find out if he's any relation to Tego, and there is no relation. I'm disappointed about that because I love me some Tego Calderon, man. He was awesome. Anyway, he's still alive, so he's still good. Anyway, long ball opportunity here for Anguilla. And there's Calderon to deny the chance for Lamar Carpenter. Anguilla. The team I'm affectionately calling the Dolphins find themselves 4-0 down. Just look to stop the bleeding here. Plenty of space out wide for the man who just scored a golazo. Here's Rivera lifting it over the top. Back post! Bailey got a glove onto it, couldn't control it. After that, the shot is clear off the line. And Anguilla get it out of the penalty area. Varian Carty. Carty now bursting forward. Oh, that touch is a little too heavy there. Right to the boot of Hidrach. Oh, that was almost number 5 for Puerto Rico. And now here is De Leon. He's got this defense on skates. He is putting on a show right now. I mean, he's playing football like Mark Anthony sings. And we all know that brother can sing. This is the chance over the top. Bailey comes out. He looked like he had a beat on the ball there. He had a good line of sight on the ball and then just misplayed it. And we're going to get a substitution here. Is coming on here. It is going to be Gerald Diaz, who will be replaced here by Ricardo Rivera. And Quiñones appears to be coming off as well. Didn't see who came on there. We will get confirmation of that. And Charlie Trout, the manager of Puerto Rico, will make some substitutions here, be more comfortable with a 4-0 advantage, and Anguilla on their back heel too. Bring in some new players, give them some experience. Number 21, it's Darren Rios, who's come on for Colby Quiñones, and number 21. And Rios, 26th appearance for Puerto Rico, the Naples United footballer. And great movement down the left side, looking for Antonetti. Antonetti with the shot. Antonetti goes wide. And Ricardo Rivera, number 9. Double substitution in the 57th minute for Puerto Rico. There's a turnover. It's Antonetti. Antonetti, goal number 5. Put your hands up. Todos los dedos. Number 5 for Puerto Rico. It's Leandro Antonetti. And Puerto Rico, 5-star performance for the Boricuas. Showtime in Bayamon. And the stars of the show are the Puerto Rican national football team. Oh, what a great through ball there by Ricardo Rivera to link up with Antonetti. Easy finish there for Leandro Antonetti. The great Puerto Rican flag has just 1 star on it, but it's been a 5-star performance for the Boricuas here in Bayamon. 5-0 for Puerto Rico. Remember, goal differential is a tiebreaker here, so we'll see how many more goals Puerto Rico can score. And hopefully for Anguilla to get a goal of honor here, and also just give them something positive to build on here. Let's see if they can play out of the back and maintain some possession. Ooh, Bailey, tricky with the footwork there, but able to clear it. And difficult for Anguilla now, over the top, Carpenter. Oh, and headed out by Serrano. 4 different goal scorers for Puerto Rico in this match, a brace by Jeremy De Leon. Antonetti with an assist and a goal. Remember, it was his header that led to the 2nd goal for Puerto Rico in the 2nd half for Beto Idrach. Inside for Carpenter. Cleared out, and now Anguilla past the hour mark. That's the hour mark for Anguilla, just trying to pull one back, make things a little more interesting. But you could see with the footballers that Puerto Rico have here, they have some quality. Carpenter with a shot that goes wide. First shot of this 2nd half for, I'm calling them the Dolphins because of the Dolphins on their logo. Well, the people of Anguilla and the supporters of the national football team should be very proud. The fact that they made history by getting to this stage of Concacaf World Cup qualifying is a huge accomplishment for especially small island with not much tradition in football. So what we can learn here is this one over the top, Bailey punching it out. When it looked like Kane Connor was going to go forward there, and that's where Jordan Deans wanted to play it to, but Connor was brought down. Kane Connor, spelled K-A-Y-N-E. You switch a couple of letters and then you're talking about a crazy man who used to be married to a Kardashian, but we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it at that. Substitution here for Anguilla, as it'll be Kyle Lake Bryan who is substituted off, and he is replaced by Jared Smines. It's coming in the 62nd minute. Wearing the number 14. Jared Smines, the younger brother of Jalen, who just happens to be wearing the number 13 on the other side of the pitch. So Jared just 17 years of age, Jalen 21 years of age. Full team, both of them playing for Diamond FC, based in the Valley in Anguilla. This is a looping header that goes wide. Antonetti almost getting a brace there. That's a cool name for a football club, Diamond. I like that. Some cool names on the, when it comes to the Anguillan First Division of football. Roaring Lions, Diamond, Spartans, Attackers, and of course, Uprising. Gotta like that. I think of Uprising, I think of the great music of Robert Nesta Marley. Oh, by the way, that Bob Marley movie is fantastic. Just saying. Well, anything Bob Marley did usually was fantastic. Here's De Leon, who has been fantastic himself. The Real Madrid Castilla youngster. Maybe we'll see him with Real Madrid's first team someday. That certainly would be sweet. You've seen a Caribbean Islander with the first team of Real Madrid, Mariano Diaz, who's being recruited to play for the Dominican Republic in the Paris Olympic football tournament over the summer. So maybe we'll see young Jeremy De Leon. And he definitely has been fun to watch here in Puerto Rico, the number 10. Very bright future for him. And actually, De Leon, we'll talk about him. Here he is on the ball. Cutting inside, not once, but twice. Then the shot takes a deflection, falls for Rivera, deflection, and it's goal number 6 for Puerto Rico. Wilfredo Rivera, in the 65th minute, makes it 6-0 for Puerto Rico. And this, ladies and gentlemen, as my Spanish-speaking brothers would say, una goleada. He scored a fantastic golazo in the 48th. And this time, going forward, takes a deflection on the way to goal. Unfortunate there off of Delaney Francis. Daniel Bailey is beaten. Vargas with a brace. And now for Anguilla, it's just about stopping the bleeding here. De Leon switching it on the left side here to Sidney Paris, the Wake Forest Demon Deacon. This is Isaac Anking. Anking left-footed shot, takes a deflection, and it goes wide. It's Puerto Rico looking for goal number 7 here. In this second round of qualifiers, Honduras scored 6 against Bermuda in Group A. Trinidad and Tobago scored 7 against the Bahamas in Group B. And Guatemala put six past Dominica in Group E. So Puerto Rico trying to see if they can level with Trinidad in terms of the most goals scored by one team in this round of qualifying. This is De Leon again. By the way, Jeremy De Leon, related to another famous footballer, two-time Copa America champion with Chile. Arturo Vidal is his second cousin through his mom's side. Interesting. As long as he doesn't get Arturo Vidal's haircut, it's all good. Vidal needs to let go of the mohawk because he's had it for too long. Although it works, he's still a great footballer. And he has a Colombian fitness model girlfriend who is, oh yeah, we'll leave it at that. 68th minute here in Puerto Rico. It is 6-0 for the Boricuas. 2 goals by Wilfredo Rivera, 2 goals by Jeremy De Leon, and Leandro Antonetti, a goal and an assist, and Roberto Idrach, a goal and a handball, but the penalty was kept out by Joel Serrano in the 36th minute. And Anguilla just trying to stop the bleeding here in Bayamon. And just to repeat the format here in the second round of World Cup qualifying, there are 6 groups, 5 teams in each group. The top 2 teams advance to the third round of qualifying. Each team will not play each other home and away. They'll play each other once, or each team plays everyone in the group once. And the top 2 teams move on to the third round of World Cup qualifying in 3 groups of 4. And then the winners of each group in third round World Cup qualifying advance to. There's the header, and it's going to be number 7. Goal number 7 for Puerto Rico, and it's Darren Rios with the header that goes over the line into the back of the net in the 68th minute. And Darren Rivers continues the flow of goals for Puerto Rico here in Bayamon. 5-goal explosion in the second half for El Huracán Azul, the Blue Hurricane. Pouring it on here in Bayamon. It's a delivery there by the captain, Nicolas Cardona. And Darren Rios. Makes it 7-0. And double substitution here for Anguilla will be the number 17. Javon Lloyd. And also the number 22, Stuart Murray. That will come on. Javon Lloyd replaces Darian Carty, and Jordan Deans is replaced by Stuart Murray. Ooh, inside for Antonetti. As I mentioned, Trinidad and Tobago scored the most goals by one team in this round. They put 7 past the Bahamas. Let's see if Puerto Rico will make it 8. So the double substitution for Anguilla in the 71st minute. Anguilla with some possession going forward here. Just trying to make something happen here. As I said before, goal of honor. And now Antonetti cutting inside, but this time well defended by the captain, Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming, I like that name. Sounds like the man who wrote the James Bond, right? That's Ian Fleming, right? Oh, good hard work there on the left side there by Javon Lloyd. Sounds very distinguished name, Alexander Fleming. I like that. Well, the next 2 match days, and the final 2 match days of the second round of World Cup qualifiers will take place in a year's time with this Group F. St. Vincent and the Grenadines will take on Anguilla, and then Puerto Rico, big game against Suriname, and then conclude this round against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. With this result, they will move into second place, Puerto Rico, ahead of El Salvador on goal differential. Great work on that far side there by Sidney Paris. It's going to be a corner kick opportunity for Puerto Rico. Anguilla will have St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and then they will take on El Salvador. See if that match takes place at the Valley. Is Jeremy De Leon. And some overzealous fans stepping onto the pitch that want a selfie with De Leon. Oh, great burst there. Oh, well done there. Rivera, Wilfredo Rivera. 2 goals for young Mr. Rivera. De Leon goes down. And they're whistling a penalty here for Puerto Rico. And I think they are, because they are celebrating like he was awarded a penalty. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I don't know. Did Murray miss? Murray with that right leg did try to sweep through there. Did he make contact? Don't know. It was close. Certainly did not get the ball. And now Antonetti with a chance to get a brace himself here. Leandro Antonetti, the Spanish-based striker with Club Deportivo Lugo in España, in Spain. Antonetti, left-footed shot, off the post! He missed it! Bailey gets the right way, moved the right way. And a double substitution here with Ankin coming off and Hernandez. Noe Hernandez replacing him here in the 76th minute. Hard work there by Isaac Ankin. Rhode Island Football Club in the USL Championship, the midfielder there, and being escorted off by the Jamaican referee O'Shane Nation. And the number 19, Jaden Servania of North Carolina Football Club in the USL will also step onto the pitch. Jeremy De Leon comes off here for Jaden Servania. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Puerto Rico have got themselves quite a number 10. And young Jeremy De Leon, or Jeremy De Leon. Now going forward here, a chance for Darren Rios. Puerto Rico, 5-goal explosion here in the second half. The goal started in the first half when De Leon won a penalty and then from the spot buried it past Daniel Bailey to make it 1-0 in the 22nd minute. And then Roberto Idrach 10 minutes later, 2-0 at halftime. And then Puerto Rico, well, they just turned on the class. They turned on the skill. Service inside by Rios, almost falls to the feet of Ricardo Rivera, but foul whistled. Wilfredo Rivera scored a beautiful Rosalín Sanchez goal. A golazo there in the 48th minute. Then, 3 minutes later, De Leon making it 5-0. And he basically just went through a couple of Anguilla players like they were practice cones. Leandro Antonetti in the 59th. And then Darren Rios with the header in the 68th minute to make it 7-0 for Puerto Rico. Antonetti missing a penalty off the post. It could have made it 8. It has been all Boricua, all match here in Bayamon. Headed down in the space there for Beto Idrach to get a touch. Sidney Paris, or Sidney Paris, as they would say in English. The turn in the middle there for Cervania. There's Rivera to Hernandez out wide. Service inside for Antonetti. The header is missed. Headed down by Stuart Murray. And now a burst down the left side by Javon Lloyd, but great sliding tackle there by Idrach. Rios with a touch. Stuart Murray. And there is Kane Connor. All the way back to Bailey. They're going to put some pressure on the goalkeeper. He's able to boot it up the pitch right to the boot. Paris touches too heavy, and now a chance down the right side. Jared Smines trying to make something happen for Anguilla. And less than 10 minutes remaining here at the stadium they call the Mecca of Puerto Rican football. And Puerto Rico have put on a show. It has been quite a performance. Like Bad Bunny, Mark Anthony type performance. But Puerto Rico, 7-0. And after a scoreless draw in El Salvador, they needed a big result to get them into second place behind Suriname. Now in the middle there, good one touch there, leaving it, oh, touch a little too heavy for Rivera with Ricardo setting up Wilfredo. Just missing a chance for goal number 8 here in Bayamon as cramps taking hold here. Looks like it's Jared Smines that is down for Anguilla. I mentioned before, Anguilla getting to the second round of qualifying after defeating and eliminating the Turks and Caicos Islands on penalties. after 2 legs in the first round of Concacaf World Cup qualifiers. A good first touch by Idrach to Ricardo Rivera, and then the back heel to Wilfredo Rivera. Almost sets up goal number 8. Well, I said it in the first half, but Wilfredo Rivera is the kind of quintessential perfect Spanish Caribbean name. And another substitution here. This should be the last one of the match for Puerto Rico, as Roberto Idrach will be replaced by Adrian Biaggi here in minute number 83. It's the number 23, Adrian Biaggi. So Adrian Biaggi steps onto the pitch there. And then holding midfield role in the middle of the pitch there for Puerto Rico. And the through ball down the left side and sliding in Danielle Bailey. Well done by the Anguillan goalkeeper, sliding in there to prevent the touch down that left side by Antonetti. I mentioned Adrian Biaggi. He is a flyer, meaning attends college at Dayton University. And now going forward here, Cervania, top of the penalty area, being harassed by Connor. Now head up looking is Biaggi, service inside, looking for Ricardo Rivera. And Lamar Carpenter. Well, that looks promising for Carpenter. Try to play it in the space still. Anguilla going forward. Almost getting it back there. Jared Smines going forward, and Stuart Murray was bursting forward in support. Almost a good break and counterattack there for Anguilla. Remember, Anguilla had a chance to make it 2-1. But Jordan Deans missed the penalty. It was saved by Serrano. Oh, smooth back here on Antonetti. And this one is going to roll just wide. Puerto Rico's number 7 almost made it 8. And the other Rivera, Ricardo, maybe just a step late in terms of connecting there on the end of the service on Rivera from Wilfredo. Quickly played into the area there as Cervania linking up with Noé Hernandez. And win the ball back. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in Bayamon. And Puerto Rico are going to get their first win of this 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign, and they are going to do it in emphatic fashion. So it's going forward, and ball almost falls. Oh, Rios recovers it as Bailey did not handle it cleanly. Almost an 8th goal here for Puerto Rico. Take another look at it here. A chance going forward by Ricky Rivera. And then Bailey, yeah, got it caught under his legs there. Nothing dirty there. That's what he's supposed to do. And it's going to be another substitution as Lamar Carpenter will come off and Kamari Gums will replace him here in the 87th minute. Kamari Gums wearing the number 3. And here's Wilfredo, just behind Antonetti. And now it's Jared Smines with a burst going forward, but Serrano coming off of his line to make the play. And Biaggi wants it back. Tall figure in the midfield there, Adrian Biaggi. Servania. Back to Biaggi. Here's Darren Rivers. Jaden Servania. Is it me or is it a lot of people named their kids Jaden after Will Smith and Jada had their first son? Just saying. It seems like a trend now. Everybody's Jaden. I don't know. I'm more particular to Denzel, but that's just me. 89th minute here in Puerto Rico, and it's Adrian Biaggi in the middle for Wilfredo Rivera. Rivera goes down, still on his feet, and the referee allows the play to go to its conclusion, and Delani Francis not happy with the result. Yeah, there was a foul there by Kane Connor, and he went down. So set piece opportunity here for Puerto Rico. Let's see what the Boricuas can produce from this set piece here. Definitely going toward something from the training ground here. They can certainly experiment with the 7-goal lead in the 90th minute. So Rivera and Servania having a discussion on what to do. Is Rivera gonna go toward goal here? Let's see. He lifts it. Oh, off the crossbar, the header over the line into the back of the net. It's goal number 8, and it's the captain, Nicolas Cardona. And Puerto Rico, 8 is great in Bayamon. How about the set piece and the free kick there by Wilfredo Rivera? This one dips just off the crossbar. Maybe Bailey gets a hand onto it, and Cardona is faster to react than everyone else. 8-0 for Puerto Rico after being shut out in El Salvador. They come back home and they get it done with an 8-goal performance here in the mecca of Puerto Rican football. A knockout blow here by the Boricuas, Xander Zaya style. 1 minute added on here. Actually, don't even need a minute of stoppage time here with this scoreline. Can they get number 9? Going down in the area is Rivera, another one in the area. And Rivera sees yellow. He's upset at the reaction. And the bench is upset as well. I mean, look, ladies and gentlemen, I know it would have been harsh to give Puerto Rico a penalty here, but let's see. Ooh, maybe does stop the ball there, Alexander Fleming. I don't know, that was close. Being competitive, but 8-0 to give a penalty in that situation would have been harsh. Puerto Rico dominate from the opening whistle to the final whistle. And the Boricuas bamboozle Anguilla, 8-0 the final from Bayamon. Hey, what a performance there by Puerto Rico, and they needed a big score line in order to get themselves into position for one of those top 2 spots to qualify for the next round, and they got it done. Thanks to a magnificent performance by Jeremy De Leon, Antonetti, Wilfredo Rivera, Cardona, Rios. A brilliant performance there by Puerto Rico. Fireworks for sure. 8-0 is the final. They move into second place in the group behind Suriname. They're level on points with El Salvador with 4. But because of the goal differential, they will move into second place. Party time in Puerto Rico. I can't think of a better place to party than Puerto Rico, that's for sure. The Great 8, Puerto Rico. Fantastic position to move on. If they get to the 3rd round of qualifying, they are going to be a problem for everyone else in that group. They still got to worry about Group F here in the 2nd round. In a year's time, in 2025, they will be taking the pitch again. That Suriname match with Puerto Rico is going to be fun to watch. And a lot of kids jumping on the pitch there to take pictures and get some love with their heroes. In a few minutes, we will have the best action from the 90 minutes. Yeah, let the kids go on the pitch there. The adults, no, get the adults off. But the kids, yeah, let the kids go take pictures with their football idols. As we take a look at the best action from the 90 minutes. Puerto Rico dominating from start to finish. Started in the 21st minute after Jeremy De Leon, the Real Madrid Castilla man and second cousin of Arturo Vidal, wins the penalty and then rolls it past Daniel Bailey to make it 1-0 for Puerto Rico. It would continue to look good for Puerto Rico. Second goal, 33rd minute, is Antonetti heading it down into the path of Beto Idrach to make it 2-0 for Puerto Rico. Great assist there by Antonetti. Second half, and it was Puerto Rico. Before we get to the second half, this opportunity here from the spot, a handball on Idrach after the burst forward from Varian Carty, but then Joel Serrano, cerrar la puerta, shuts the door on the chance here by Jordan Deans. And it is still 2-0. Second half, and check out this golazo here. Wilfredo Rivera, OMG. Oh my golazo. Woo. Yeah. I don't know what dance that was, but when you score a goal like that, you can dance however you want. And then, don't know what was going on there between Smines and Francis, but he allows De Leon to go through. Locura and Bayamon 4-0 at this point. Well, you like more? Well, you're going to get more here. Antonetti going through easily, and he puts it over the line into the back of the net. The Club Deportivo Lugo, man, makes it 5-0. 5 to Puerto Rico, but unfortunately for Anguilla, it gets worse. De Leon gets through. It finds Vargas. It takes a deflection. And Wilfredo Rivera, makes it 6-0. It's about to be 7 when Darren Rios, second half substitute, gets the header. And he's able to put it over the line into the back of the net. Daniel Bailey not reacting time. And then look at this, Antonetti with a chance to get his brace, and it went off the post. 2 penalty attempts in this match, both of them missed. And then beautiful free kick by Rivera. And the captain, Nico Cardona, in the right place at the right time. Take a look at it. This is a beautiful bending effort by Wilfredo Rivera. And Nico Cardona, El Capitan. 8-0 is the final for Puerto Rico, ahead of El Salvador on goal differential. What a night in Bayamon, and looking forward to seeing what happens next year in 2025 with the last 2 match days of the second round of World Cup qualifying. But it was all about Puerto Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this presentation of the 2026 Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers from Puerto Rico.